Hi everybody, happy Thursday. There's only 2 days left in this week, which is crazy, and then we're on spring break. So I hope that you guys have really enjoyed the work that we've done this week, especially around the live oak tree. I thought that's been pretty interesting, and I've seen some really great writing so far. Let's jump into today's targets. So I'm going to remind you of our character target is showing compassion by helping others. So find one way that you can help others around the house, or even more than one way if you're feeling extra helpful and extra compassionate. Our skills target today is I can read a sentence. So we're going to do read and draw today, which we've done before. We did in our first week. So just like last time, what you're going to do is you're going to read each sentence, and you're going to think about what it says and then draw a picture to show that. So I'll show you the first one, and I'll remind you of a helpful tip that you can use to help yourself read the words. So one helpful tip is to circle the sight words. So like the, and is, and on, and the. Wow, that one has a lot of sight words. And then if you see any words with digraphs, which there's not very many on this one today, you can underline them. If not, that's a word that you're going to tap out. All right, so let's read this one. The dog is on the log. The dog is on the log. So then I'm going to get really creative and do my best drawing to show a dog on top of a log. What do you guys think? Pretty cute, huh? All right, so you'll do the rest with the other sentences on here. Remember, circle the sight words, underline the digraphs, and if it's a word that doesn't have a digraph or it's not a sight word, that's a word for you to tap out. And you can get super creative with your drawings here. Use colors. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Our writing target is the same writing target we've been working on all week. It's I can write about the live oak tree to teach others using information from my research. So I can write about it to teach others using the information from my research. So just like yesterday, you're going to need your notes sheet that we took notes on Monday. If you don't have this filled out yet, you should go back to Monday's video and read the story about the live oak tree. And then you're also going to need your writing paper, which has today's date on it at the top already, and it says I can write a fun fact sentence about the tree. So what you're going to do today, just like yesterday and the day before, is you're going to look at your note sheet and find the fun fact section, but I'll come back to that in a second. You can use the information in the fun fact section, or if there was something else that you thought was really interesting that wasn't in the fun fact section, that was somewhere else, you could use that as well. So if you wanted to write more about one of the animals that uses the tree, like you wrote about one yesterday, but you really liked learning about all the animals, you could do that. If you really liked that the live oak tree grew moss on it, that's something you could write about too. I'm going to write about what was in this section. So I remember looking at my picture that the wood from the oak tree makes boats. So I'm going to say the wood from the oak tree makes boats. The wood from the oak tree makes boats. Okay. I'm going to say it one more time slowly so I can remember each word. The wood from the oak tree makes boats. Okay. I think I got it. Now I can write each word. The wood from the oak. I'm going to look back on here to see how to spell. Oh, live oak. Oh, I can't add that spelling. The wood from the live oak tree. Oh, tree's on here as well. Makes boats. Makes boats. Boats. Awesome. I'm going to read it to make sure I got all of my words. The wood from the live oak tree makes boats. All right. Remember, the next step is feedback. So you can give yourself feedback or ask a family member to give you some feedback. The star is something or some things you did a good job of, and the stare is something or some things you want to get better at. I can tell I did a great job of using finger spaces, and I got my period, and I'm super proud of my sight words today. I got the and from and the again. Good job. Something I want to get better at, I think just like yesterday, I know that some of my words aren't spelled correctly, so I'd like some help on, even though I really tried my best to sound them out, I'd like some help on fixing those words that are a little tricky. So then my family member would go in with another color, if you have one, and circle the words that can be fixed, and write on top or above what they need to fix. Something else that I saw somebody else doing on their work that was turned in yesterday was they had a hard time putting spaces in between their words. So their family member went in and they drew like a line after each word so that they could remember that those words need to be spaced. That's a great way to get feedback too. And then, just like yesterday, you're going to copy the old sentence onto the bottom part using the feedback that your family member gave you. So this time I would copy but they fixed the word would, so I'm going to spell it that way. And you would keep going until you get the whole sentence. Okay? And keep it up. That writing is starting to look really good. I've seen a lot of really great work coming in. All right, for math today, we're going to work on lesson 26. And today's learning target is similar to yesterday's. I can model decompositions to 9 using fingers, cubes, and number bonds. So I can model decomposing 9. Remember, that means breaking it up into 2 parts. And we're going to do that using our fingers, using cubes, and using number bonds today. So today on our problem set, you're going to see a picture of cubes. But if you would like to practice this with Legos or cubes or anything that you have at home, that would really help you learn it even more. So you're going to get out the lesson 26 problem set today. It looks like this. And there are, it's front and back. There's 2 sides to it today. All right, on the front side, the directions say the squares below represent cubes. Draw a line from the cube stick to the matching number bond. Fill in the number bond if it isn't complete. So I'm going to look at the cube sticks and see that there's 2 different colors, and they all add up to 9. So there's 9 altogether. Then I'm going to look at which ones are gray and which ones are white and figure out how many of each part there are. Then I'm going to find the number bond that has those parts. So when I look at this one, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gray and 2 white. It's hard for you to see. 7 gray and 2 white makes altogether 7, 8, 9. So I need to find 7 and 2 makes 9. So I'm going to look at all of the number bond options. I'm looking for one that has a 7 and a 2 to make 9. Oh, I found it right here. So I'm going to draw a line from this dot to that dot to connect it. Now I'm going to show you one more on this page because there's a couple of number bonds that aren't filled in all the way. So I'm going to show you what to do with those ones. So let's do the next one. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grays and just 1 white. And I know 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 and 1 make 9. So now I'm going to look for a number bond that has some of those numbers, 8, 1, or 9. And if one of those numbers is missing, I'm going to fill it in. So I've already done this one, so that one's gone. And this one says 5 and 4 make 9. That's not the one that we had. This one has 8 and blank make 9. This one has 3 and blank make 9. Okay, so I think it's this one because it has an 8. So I'm going to draw my line to match it, but it's not complete because there's a missing part. So 8 and blank make 9. When I look back in my picture, I see 8 and 1 make 9. So I'm going to fill it in there. Okay. So I'll leave the other two for you guys to figure out. Remember, if it's already filled in, just draw the match. If it's not filled in, figure out what's the missing part and see if you can fill that in. On the back side, you are going to get to draw the cubes and do some coloring. So it says draw and color cube sticks to match the number bonds. Fill in the number bond if it isn't complete. So basically we're doing the opposite of what you just did. So now you've got a number bond and you need to draw the parts. So this one says 9 altogether is 5 and 4. Those are my parts. So I'm going to draw 9 cubes. And then I have to color 5 of them one color and 4 of them a different color. And you guys can get creative with your colors. Just make sure you only use 2 colors so that, because there's only 2 parts. So I'm going to underline, or I can even color in on my number bond, the color I'm going to do 5. I'm going to do 5 of them green. So I'm going to color in 5 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to keep my 4 in white. So I can see 5 and 4 make 9. But if you have 2 different colors, you could use that. On the next one, you will see a blank spot. So in that one, you're going to draw 9 and color in 8 of one color and then figure out how many are the other color. So for example, if this one said 5 and blank, I had colored in 5 and then I would count. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be my missing number there. On the bottom one, you get to create your own 9 stick and decide how many you want to color one color and how many you want to color the other color, and then fill in your number bond to match. Whew, that's kind of a lot of work today. So if that's a little challenging for you today, I would recommend working on the 26 homework, or I would recommend getting some cubes or Legos or some sort of toy at home and breaking it up into 2 parts and seeing how many of each part make 9. That's it for me today. Let me know if you have any questions. And I hope to see you guys at Crew today. Yeah. All right. Good luck, everybody, and hope to see you at Crew. All right. Bye.